All right, so this video is going to help you out with the Khan Academy assignment. So we're just going to go over some of the examples that I've kind of come up with that are going to look a lot like the Khan Academy assignment, just so that you guys have an idea of what you're supposed to do. So for the first one that we're going to look at, I have 4 to the negative second over 4 to the negative third. We have common bases, which means I'm going to subtract the exponents if we are dividing. So if I'm looking at this problem, I have -2 minus a -3, okay? And if I subtract the exponents, -2 minus a -3 minus a -3, do the chop chop, that'll be 4 to the positive first power. If that is the case, okay, that is my answer. If we had something, I'm just going to kind of make this up on the fly here. If we had something like this, okay, similar thing, I'm going to take the exponents and subtract them. And if I do that, I'll get 3 to the negative fifth minus -8. Okay, and again, if I chop there, I get 3 to the positive third. Okay, you can leave it as 3 to the third, or if you put that in your calculator, 3 to the third would be 27. Okay. For the second one, it's kind of, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. For the second one, let's see, there we go. All right, for the second one, now I have unlike bases. I have 3 to the fourth and 9 to the fourth. So there's a couple ways we can do this. I think the easiest way to show you is just by writing it out. Now, I don't expect you guys to write it out like this, but I think this helps. So 3 to the fourth power is just 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 9 to the fourth power is 9 times 9 times 9 times 9. Okay. If we were to start canceling some stuff out, it's not going to cancel out just like we did in class. 3 over 9 would cancel out to a 1 over 3. 3 over 9 cancels to a 1 over 3. 3 over 9 cancels to 1 over 3. 3 over 9 cancels to a 1 over 3. Okay, and again, I don't think you would have written it like this, but I'm hoping that you guys can kind of see that that makes sense. Okay, if we multiplied all across, we would just do 1 times 1 times 1, and then 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which would give us 81. So this is kind of a more complicated way of writing this, but I'm hoping that you can kind of follow along and see what I'm doing. An easier way of putting it is like this. If I have 3 to the fourth over 9 to the fourth, just like how we broke up the radicals when they're in the fractions, we can kind of make this 3 over 9 all being raised to the fourth power, okay? So rather than going this way like we did in class a couple times when we had a fraction raised to some power, we can just break it up like this. And if you're wondering why is that beneficial, because now if I reduce this fraction 3 over 9 to 1 over 3, now I have 1 over 3 to the fourth power. And again, if we do that in our calculator, 1 to the fourth power over 3 to the fourth power, okay? So either way is good. I think probably, I'm just guessing, this is a little bit easier. So if I kind of lost you or whatever, you can always pause the video and kind of go back and hopefully you can figure it out. All right, so let's move on into the third problem. Where did I put that third problem? There we go. Okay, the third problem. Again, we have unlike bases, which is a little unfortunate. However, what we have is 3 to the negative second. So if I was trying to make that a positive exponent, hopefully that we know how to do that now since we did the Khan Academy assignment, was it 2 days ago? 3 to the negative second would be 1 over 3 now to the positive second. Okay, by moving it to the bottom of the fraction, that exponent now is positive. If I have 5 to the negative second, again, similarly, it'll now be 1 over 5 to the positive second, okay? And now that would just give me 1 over 9 times 1 over 25. And then if I multiply 9 times 25, let's see, if we had 9 quarters, that would give us what? $2.25. So that's what that would be. Okay. So that would be my answer for that guy. Another way you could have written it is if you had 1 over 3 to the second power times 1 over 5 to the second power. Kind of just like how we did number 2. 1 over 3 to the second power is just 1 over 3 to the second power times 1 over 5 to the second power. So you could have just done 1 over 15 to the second power. Although that I think is a little more complicated, and you got to kind of remember some rules. So again, I think probably, I'm just going out on a limb, I'm probably going to assume that you guys are probably going to like this way. But again, if you want to pause the video and go back, and hopefully that'll help you guys out. Again, on the Khan Academy assignment, you just have to do 4 problems. That's how much they're going to give you. Okay, so good luck on that. And again, you can always pause the video and go back if you have any issues.